What's going on, guys? So we're leaving Bob Lanfear's Beaverton Motorcycles right down here in Portland, Oregon. Picked up a new toy. You know, I was highly debating between like a full overland rig with a rooftop tent, rack, and all the goodies, or pick up a new toy. Ended up going with a new toy. Here is my Honda CRF300. Fits in the back of the Tundra really nicely. We got the 6.5 foot bed. All right, we're gonna trek back up to Seattle, and just wanted to do a quick little video update. I'll show you guys the new bike, and stay tuned for some more content. Hey, what's up, guys? It's been a while since I posted a video. So we got the bike in tow, and I've been loving this thing. So this is my first dirt bike. Well, it's a dual sport, but I've been treating it mainly as a dirt bike. But I wanted to do a quick little life update, show you guys how I load the bike into the new Tundra, show you guys what ramp I use, do a quick little review. So I'm headed up to this newer gas station that recently opened up. It's not too far from my house, and they have non-ethanol fuel. And that's always a good thing for your power sports, especially if you're gonna leave it stored away in the winter. All right, guys, so this is the gas station, Big Nation Station. We got the bike loaded up on the Tundra. And gas prices are still insane, but we do got the non-ethanol regular, so that's nice. We got the Rotopacks over here, so we're gonna go ahead and fill this up. But $6. It's a good thing this only takes 2 gallons of fuel. All right, so let me find an empty parking lot and show you guys how I load up the bike in the back of the bed. Nice Tundra. Okay, guys, so a quick look again of how the bike looks in the back of the Tundra. The bike is about 290 pounds. The ramp itself is about 50 pounds. And then we got a couple gallons of non-ethanol here. So I would say we're right about 340, 350, 350 pounds or so, let's call it. And with just the front level on the truck, you can see the truck still sits really nice and level. So not much squat at all. So last week I rode with a buddy. He had a KTM EXC 500, and that was about 240 pounds. So let me flash a picture of that, and you can see with that there was a little bit of squat. It wasn't too bad, but with just one truck, but with just one bike in the back of the truck, it looks nice and level. So we still just have the front level. I have the full Westcott Designs 3-in-1 kit in the garage. I just haven't had time to install it yet. I may just install the rear spacer and leave off those front half shims, so we have a little bit more of a rake, because I like that look with a slight rake. And again, if I go riding more often and we load up 2 bikes in the back, we should be nice and level, and maybe even still have a little bit of a rake. So I also forgot to mention, we finally got our bed step after waiting like 2 months for it. Super quick and easy install. Makes it really nice and convenient to get in the bed. It's a lot easier. Step up on there, and we're in the back of the truck. It's a nice step down, step on the bed. It really should have came on the truck, considering how much we paid for these things. But now that I have it, I love it. All right, so a quick look at my ramp. So it's called STEPRAMP. They have 2 versions. There's a 5-step version and then a 6-step version. So price was about $350 for this one, and then they have a slightly longer one at 82 inches for $399. I really love this ramp. Pretty simple. Comes fully assembled right out of the box. You just have to attach this handle with a couple hex bolts here, and it makes it easy to carry, so you can just grab it here. And being 32 pounds, it's super light. Okay, show you guys how I set it up on the Tundra. So you just lay it down on the bed. I'm gonna do this one-handed. It's got these nice rubber grips. It's just a hook here. Back up for a second. So a little rubber latch here. Just open that, and this thing just unfolds. So you got a nice wide step to roll your dirt bikes on and off, and then you have these really nice steps over here. But before you step on it, it's always recommended to take the safety strap. So this comes with the ramp already, which is nice. And then just attach that to your hitch. Snug it up. So that way it's not, trying to pull that out, it's not going anywhere. Show you the grade. It's not too bad. This is like my first bike it's been about 12 years since I've had a bike. I used to ride motorcycles. I had a Honda CBR, Triumph Daytona, Yamaha R6. I would like get a new bike every summer all throughout college. But you know, I took about 10-12 years off, and ever since I've been having an itch to get a motorcycle again, and I really wanted to get a dirt bike. So I was shopping around trying to find something I would like, and then I ended up with this really nice dual sport. So best of both worlds. You can ride on the street, you can ride on the dirt. The best part is I live by a lot of forest roads, so being able to take this bike on the forest roads and be legal, don't have to worry about getting pulled over, ticketed. You know, it is plated, so it's nice. I've been loving this thing. I've been having so much fun. I might throw in some clips here of the bike. But this is my first dirt / dual sport bike, so it's been a learning curve. You know, I love all things off-road, so I really wanted to explore the dirt bike world. I'm definitely still a newbie when it comes to dirt bikes. I am a noob, so be nice in the comments. If you guys have any dirt bike tips and tricks for a newbie, especially some guy that's getting into the sport, shoot them in the comments below. But this thing has been an absolute blast. I absolutely love it. So let me go ahead and set up my tripod and show you guys how I unload this thing, and then I'll show you guys how I load it into the back of the bed. All right, so unloading the bike with this ramp is really easy. Let me show you guys. Okay, so now that we got the bike off the truck, let's go ahead and do my first walk around of this bike for you. So this is a Honda CRF300L. It's a dual sport, but it spends most of its time off-road, about 90% off-road and maybe 10% on the street for those grocery runs and connecting trails. But we've done a few upgrades to her. I bought this down in Oregon. These bikes are actually pretty hard to get a hold of. People snatch these things up really fast. But let me go over some of the upgrades. So it's stock handlebars, but we did put some risers here. It makes it a lot more comfortable when riding on the street. We removed all those bulky turn signals, so we went with TST Industries LED blinkers. They're nice and clean. We also did that for the back as well. So blinkers over here, a lot cleaner. So this bike weighs about 309 pounds, filled up, ready to go. It's a little bit heavy for the type of riding that I like to do. So I shaved off about 20-ish, 25 pounds-ish by removing all the unnecessary things, such as the big rear view mirrors, the toolbox. On the side here, we swapped out the shock to save some weight. There's a lead acid battery on this side that we swapped out for a lithium ion, saved about 4 or 5 pounds. Removed the bulky fender back here that would just cover the whole tire. And where we saved the most weight is probably the exhaust. So we probably saved about 8 pounds with the stock exhaust. Stock exhaust weighed a little bit more than 15 pounds. This thing weighs about 7. This is the Moto X, and it's their full exhaust system. So new header pipe, new tailpipe, and we got a heat shield here. And the most noticeable upgrade as far as performance goes, I would say, are these tires. So we ditched the stock IRCs and we went with the Dunlop D606 for the back and a 120/90/18. A little bit of a taller tire and a lot more aggressive tread pattern, so hooks up on the dirt and the rocks a lot better. And it has just these giant voids where it just slings the dirt out, where the IRCs kind of cake up. And then with the front, we went with the Pirelli MT21. That's what's recommended, what a lot of people are running on these CRF300Ls. So decided to stick with recommendations in a 90/90/21. And I had a tire paint pen, so I added a little bit of color for some character on the tires. I think it looks really good. Let's see what else. And then, you know, just our own decals to make the bike your own. So the The shock here is really nice. This is an aftermarket shock from YSS suspensions. Anyways, the stock shock was just like a pogo stick. It was way too bouncy at any kinds of speed off-road, so we swapped it out to this YSS rear shock, and it's a lot stiffer, and it handles my weight a lot better. I'm about 185, maybe pushing 200 with all my gear on, so the new shock just does a lot better off-road. As far as the front suspension's a little soft. I do have a kit from Race Tech where it gives you an additional spring on the left fork, so I will be installing that soon here. But so far the bike's been riding really well even without it. That rear suspension upgrade made a world of a difference, and it just makes you that much more confident when you're on the trails, that you're not going to be bucked off when you hit a bump or a whoop or something like that. I've been absolutely loving this thing. It's so much fun off-road. And then the good thing about this bike is that, you know, it's a $5,000 bike. If you drop it, if you destroy it, if you break it, it's not going to hurt as bad as when you take this thing on the trails and you break something, because, you know, so it's almost as if I bought this thing to keep this thing a little more safe. You know, you hit the trails, you're going to want to go off-road, have some fun, and you can leave this in the staging area, and then you can have some fun on the bike. But there are times when you want to wheel with the truck, so I get that too. And by all means, this truck is definitely going to hit some more trails because I love this truck. So let me give you guys a quick sound check of the exhaust over here. Good, a lot better than stock. All right guys, so as far as loading the bike back up in the truck, it just makes it so much easier with these steps. Let me go ahead and show you guys how I do that. Still practicing. So we got the front two straps tied down pretty good. When I shake the bike, the whole truck moves, so that's a good sign that it's nice and tight. And normally I don't tie down the back, but because I brought the straps, I might as well. Safety first. Just putting that safety strap back in place. And that's all there is to it. Flip the step back up, and the bike is loaded back up in the truck. Very easy. Truck looking nice and level still. I love this truck and I love that bike. I've only had a chance to take it out on the trails about 2 or 3 times now, so it's still definitely a learning curve. Taking this thing off-road, learning how to ride dirt bikes. So I'm having a blast. So stay tuned for some more content. I'm gonna hit some more trails with this bike, and I'll post some more Tundra content. But as always, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more videos.